Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Hope you are learning or reading your lessons also. Even if you are not able to attend the class at the same time, at least after that time also you can read. Okay, you can listen to the video and you can read the textbook. Okay, students, don't forget to read it because the full portion is included for the exam, half-yearly exam. I may not be able to complete the full portion in commerce. Okay, at least I am planning to complete around 25 lessons. Now we are in the 21st lesson. Okay, 4 more lessons I will complete. I may complete full, don't know, but for the question paper I am going to prepare questions up to lessons 25. Okay. Now in commerce we are going to learn the conditions and warranties related to the sale of goods act. We have studied what is that contract of sale and what is the meaning of goods and what are the types of goods. Okay, now in the sale, what is the condition and warranty? Warranty you might have heard, isn't it? That guarantee, warranty. This warranty is little different from that guarantee card. Okay, then what are conditions? So condition means the seller cannot put any that open condition. This condition is little different. Okay, here in under the sale of goods act, what is the meaning of this condition? Here you have to think about the contract of sale. Okay, so it is a stipulation to the contract of sale. Okay, that is called a condition. That means for that without that stipulation we cannot have that contract. Okay, that for example, if we are going to purchase the goods, that goods must be of good quality and what we are expecting, what we have demanded, maybe the number or the quality, it should serve the purpose for which the buyer is buying that good. Okay, that is the stipulation. Okay, so that is main purpose for the sale, for the contract. Okay, that is stipulation, that is the main purpose for the contract. And without this condition we cannot purchase, we cannot agree with the contract. Okay, the contract will be cancelled if the condition is not fulfilled. Okay, if they break the condition, then the contract also will be cancelled. Okay, here one example is given. A person is agreeing to purchase a motorbike from a dealer or from a second hand dealer. To purchase the motorbike, that should serve that his main condition. What is the condition? That it should get the mileage of 55 mile per hour. Okay, per liter. Okay, 55 kilometers he has to get for a liter. But and he has also demanded that should be in one color, particular color. But here maybe there, for example, red color. Okay, 55 kilometer per liter, and that bike should have the color in red. But that seller is having a color with the blue, but the mileage is 55. So here we should understand the which one is very important, the mileage, isn't it? For per liter he could run around 55 kilometer. So that is the main purpose and main condition of the buyer. So that is the stipulation for the contract, and that color is the warranty. That gives not much importance for the sale of goods. If he doesn't need that color, he can change the color of the car or the bike, isn't it? So that is called the warranty. So now you might have understood what is a condition and warranty. Here it is the main purpose of the contract is the stipulation, that is the condition. Here it does not give main purpose, it is collateral purpose. We can say the second purpose. Okay, doesn't, it is not that we can say secondary purpose, not the main purpose. The secondary purpose is called the warranty. Okay, and then some of the differences also given. You have to learn these differences. Okay, here condition, here warranty. What is the meaning? Meaning of condition, it is a stipulation. Okay, that is very essential for the purpose of contract of sale. Here, this also is stipulation which is not the essential for the main purpose, but we can say that word collateral to the main purpose. Okay, it supports the main purpose. Okay, that is the meaning. Second one, the importance. We know it is very essential for the contract. Okay, if they break the condition, the contract also will get cancelled. But it is not, isn't it? It is secondary importance. Okay, the warranty is of secondary importance. Then if the warranty is broken, it is violated, then they do not need to cancel the contract. Okay, the third one, transfer of ownership. Here, the ownership that it can be transferred only after fulfilling the condition. Okay, here without fulfilling the condition, the warranty, the ownership can be transferred to the buyer. Okay, no need to fulfill the warranty, but here it is main, so it must be fulfilled before transferring the ownership. The condition must be fulfilled. If the condition is not fulfilled, they cannot transfer the ownership of the goods. Then what is the remedy if they do not, that if any breach of condition, that means if they, what is the breach means, if they do not fulfill the condition, what the buyer can do, he can claim damages. Okay, or he can, at least he can cancel the contract, or the contract is already has been made, and again he has found out that the seller has made a breach of condition. Then what can he do? He can claim damages. He can file a case. Okay, and he can claim damages from the seller. But here the warranty is that violated, then the buyer do not need to cancel the contract, but he can get only the claim only. Okay, he can file a case, but he can get the claim, but no need to cancel the contract. Okay, the next one, treatment. How can they treat? The same thing only. That means if the treatment of condition is also treated as that breach of warranty. Okay, that means both are not followed. Okay, not fulfilled. Breach of condition means that is breach of warranty also, but we cannot say breach of warranty is a breach of condition, because condition may be fulfilled, the warranty cannot be fulfilled. But if the condition is not fulfilled, that means the warranty is also not fulfilled. Okay, now we will learn the another heading, implied conditions and warranties. That means understood. Implied conditions. Here that open condition, okay, that means they are saying, okay, that it should serve the purpose. For example, that example in what I have told you, that 55 kilometer per liter is the condition that must be fulfilled. That the condition of the buyer, that must be fulfilled. Otherwise, they may cancel the contract. Here, that understood condition, all these conditions must be fulfilled by the seller and from the product they are getting, the purchaser, one who is getting the product. Okay, what are the implied condition? Conditions as to title. Condition as to title. Title means we know the ownership. We are purchasing one product from the person that it is who's ours now, isn't it? There, the title should not, another person after some days, another person may not come and ask from us that is theirs. Okay, if anything happens like this, then the seller has to compensate the buyer. Okay, he has to, the buyer can claim from the seller for his damage. Okay, then conditions as to description. The description will be given, isn't it, that related to the product. They may describe this, this will last long for around 5 years, that guarantee is there. Okay, if they describe about, the seller describes about the product, that must be fulfilled what he has described. Okay, when he, at the time of he sign or agreeing with the contract, that description must be fulfilled. Okay, that is also one implied condition. Then sale by sample. Nowadays, most of the that is sale they will be done by showing the samples, isn't it? So, as per the sample, the product that goods which are supplied by the seller must be as per the samples they have shown to them. Okay. Then conditions as to quality. The quality also must be as per the quality they have agreed. The quality may not, for this one we can say the example that we purchase the goods through online, isn't it? The quality that we are seeing in the a picture, what is, or that image what is shown in the by the company will be very good. But once we purchase and open the package, only we know that the quality is not as per the quality they are showing, isn't it? So that also must be good as they show in the sample. Okay, the quality must be good. Then conditions as to merchantability. Merchandise. So for what we are purchasing, merchantability means we can say everything together. Okay, the quality what is described about in the label. Okay, it must fulfill the purpose for which we are purchasing, and the quality must be good, and as it should be as per the sample. The merchandise means the goods that should serve for the purpose for what we are purchasing. Okay, that sometimes that the that saffron flour we may purchase, isn't it? It is looking like the saffron, but if we put in the milk, it may not change the color, isn't it? Original flour, it will change the milk into yellow color, isn't it? But if it doesn't change the color, that means that doesn't serve for the purpose for which we are purchasing, isn't it? That is called the merchantability. Then condition as to wholesomeness. Wholesomeness. This one, it for we can say an example, milk. We purchase the milk and we once we boil it gets spilled. Okay, what is the purpose? It doesn't serve for the purpose of purchasing that milk, isn't it? Wholesome or contaminated milk, that once they have drunk that milk, a person gets sick. Then what is happening? That is not wholesome milk, isn't it? That spoiled milk may not be uh, sold, isn't it? So the wholesomeness, another implied condition. Then trade usage. Trade usage. Then sometimes thing may be sold, and they have to explain what are the defects that is available in the product. If we use in this condition, it will cause some defect, some damage to the product or to the people health. That must be expressed. Okay, that is also another trade usage. What are the defects, how to use, everything must be explained to the buyer. Okay, all these are the implied conditions. Now, what are the implied warranties? What are the implied warranties? First one, quiet possession. This is also related to the title. Okay, condition as to title. Because the title or ownership, the possession must be clear, it must be quiet. It should be transferred from the seller to the buyer. After some time, another person may not come and mm, they may not say that it is their product. Okay, so they may not come and fight for the title of that goods. That one is the quiet possession. Okay, for this purpose only, if we go to purchase a land, they will check all these things, isn't it? Whether anybody is there, for the whether the title of ownership is correct. They have to get some patta chitta and all, isn't it? We have heard that they will check before purchasing a land. So that is the implied warranty, quiet possession. Second one, free from any encumbrances. Encumbrances. This correct meaning is that villangam we say, isn't it? See, any encumbrance, whether they have that mortgage document and they have got any loan from the bank, then if they do not pay that loan amount, that land will go to the bank. They can seize that land and they can sell it and they can recover their loan amount from that saleable amount. Okay, so in between, if the person has sold this land, the person one who is going to purchase the land will be affected. Okay, so we should check the encumbrances. So the land or any property that must be free from any encumbrances. Even not only the land, any building may be kept or any machineries or any car. Okay, so then some movable or immovable properties can be given as that mortgages or pledge. Okay, or security to the loan that we borrow from the bank or financial institution. That must be so that that product or goods must be free from encumbrances. Then free from, that means warranty in case of dangerous goods. Here dangerous goods, already we have that studied as in trade usage. They have to explain about everything. Okay, in the same case, any dangerous goods that may cause damage to the life of the buyer or the property of the buyer must be explained clearly by the seller to the buyer. That is the warranty in case of dangerous goods. How to use that particular product, otherwise what will happen? So because the purchaser may be ignorant of any those dangers, isn't that must be explained by the seller to the buyer. Okay, might have understood now the implied warranty and implied conditions. The next heading we will learn related in the next third heading, unpaid seller. Unpaid seller. Who is an unpaid seller? if the seller is not paid fully. Okay, that means the buyer has not paid either fully or a part of payment. Okay, so that seller we can call an unpaid seller. Okay, maybe he has not, he may drew a bill of exchange, and that bill of exchange has been dishonored, or a check. Okay, check he has drawn, but that check has been dishonored. First they have given, but after 2-3 months only they will come to know, once they discount the same bill in the bank or the check in the bank, when the bank send that same check or bill of exchange to the buyer's bank, only they will come to know, the seller will come to know it has been dishonored. So these people, this seller can be called as whom? The unpaid seller. Okay. Here the seller means that actual seller also we can say, or the dealer, okay, or agent of the seller, or one that consignee, the person who is selling the goods for the consignor. Okay, so all these persons are called sellers. So if a seller is not paid fully, that means the price of the goods are not paid fully to the seller, then that seller is called unpaid seller. So here we are going to learn what are the rights that unpaid seller has. If the goods are not paid, okay, if the value of the goods are not paid fully, what the seller can do? Okay, here under two headings we are going to learn. First one, the rights of the seller against the goods. What he can do with the goods. Okay. Here again against the goods, under two heading we are going to learn. Where the property of the goods has passed already to the buyer. That means the ownership is transferred to the buyer already. Okay, what he has to do? He is having the right to lien. Understood? If their seller is not paid fully, what he can do with the goods? Okay, and already the ownership is transferred. What he can do? He can, what is the right to lien means? He can retain the goods back. Okay, he can get the goods back. He can retain the goods till he pays the last payment. Till he pays fully, the seller has the right to retain the goods. Do not need to give the goods fully to the buyer. Okay. Then another right he has, if the goods are on the way. Okay, if they are in transit. Okay, in transit, he can stop that goods in transit. Sometimes the goods are already gone to the carrier. Okay, so carrier, it is taking, the truck is taking the goods to the person. It will take 4 or 5 days. Then they might have the contract, maybe within 1 or 2 days they may settle the payment. But if that seller become unpaid, that means the buyer has not paid the amount fully. What the seller can do? He can stop the goods in transit. No need to deliver. That means the goods should not be delivered to the buyer. He can stop. Okay, and he can take back. Again, he can retain the possession of the goods back with the seller. Do not need to deliver the goods to the buyer's destination. Okay. Another right he has, right of resale. They may have some time as the reasonable time, or he can resell those goods, because he cannot keep it with him on that for a long time, isn't it? Before the certain period, usually that for perishable goods, the seller has the right to resell the goods, because otherwise it will be a damage for him also. It will be a great loss for him if he does not sell the goods, isn't it? So he has the right to resell the goods. Okay, then the another condition, second one, where the property or the title of goods is not transferred to buyer. Okay, not passed on to the buyer. First one, it is already, that means the goods have been delivered. Okay, they can retain the goods, take back the goods, or if it is on the transit, on the transport, no, they can stop the transit and again retain the goods. After retaining the goods, he has the right to resell the goods also. Second one, if the goods have not been transferred, the title of goods is still with the seller, not with the buyer. Then, and he has not paid the amount as per the agreement, what the seller can do? He can file a case for the price, that is suit for price. Okay, as per the contract, the buyer is not paying the amount, so he can file a case in the court for the price of the goods. Okay, then, and otherwise, he can file a case, okay, suit for damages for non-acceptance. Sometimes the goods may be transported to the buyer, and on the way the buyer, or once it reached the destination of the buyer, if he refuses to accept the goods, then the seller, and he has not paid also fully, then what the seller can do? He can file a case, or he can sue for the damages for non accepting the goods, or he can claim for the damages that has cost for him because of the transportation, and that is a one loss. And again he has to transport from the buyer's destination to the sellers. Okay, who will pay for that payment? He can claim for the damages. Okay, then some buyers, what they may do, they may cancel the contract. Okay, so if they cancel the contract, that also they can sue. For cancellation of the contract before its due date, they have agreed, okay, within 1 month they are going to deliver the goods to the buyer's place, but the buyer within 2 weeks he is cancelling the contract, but the seller has made all the steps, all the procedures he has followed, and he is almost going to deliver the goods at the time. And if the buyer cancels the contract, again he has the right, and he has not paid, okay, then he can file a case and he can claim damages. Okay, then he has the right to suit for interest also, and along with the purchase price, they will add some more amount as the interest also, maybe for months or years, without any that amount may not be paid, it's a long delay in the payment, they can file a case for the interest of that amount also. Not only the bill payment, along with the bill amount they may charge another amount as interest for the amount unpayable. Okay, so that this lesson we have completed. In the intercession class I will mark the question answers and I will give you so the tomorrow I will teach you the next lesson. Okay, 22nd lesson, the negotiable instruments act. Okay students, thank you very much.